Now, this news came from absolutely nowhere this afternoon. I think the last thing any of us fans expected today was to be announcing a new signing, but I guess in typical Chelsea fashion, we've announced the signing of another wonder kid, and this time it's talented 19-year-old midfield player Ugochukwu from Stade Rennes. Now, in France, this kid's been getting a lot of comparisons to like an early form Patrick Vieira, and when you see his profile, how he plays in his range, plus that potential for growth. Because that's why we're buying these guys to begin with. Not for what they're doing right now, but for what these guys can become in like 2, 4, 5 years in the future. So with this price and the fact that we've been monitoring him for a very, very long time, it seems like we've made a move right now to beat any competition for him, and I think this is the right business to do. So my friends, obviously with massive news like this, I need to give a reaction analysis to our new signing and Lesley Ugochukwu. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Hit that like button, make sure you watch the news video and watch the predicted lineup 11 video for our game against Fulham tomorrow. So I hope you guys enjoy, and without wasting any more time. Now, he's been playing since he was like 17. That's when he made his debut for Rennes. Obviously, Rennes have a ridiculous academy, of course, Camavinga, but also their scouting range is mad. You know, Rafinha came from there, plus many other talents. But oh, look at that strike. Wow, wow, wow. This is what I mean by potential, because he can attempt to strike like that, but he might not necessarily pull it off in game. But in a few more years, when he's more like acclimatized and experienced of playing at the highest level, he can express more of this game. But it's nice that he has this type of rocket for a long shot, to be fair with you. But anyway, that's him receiving in a deeper position. Look, he has his body in front of the ball, and that's a nice pass in behind then to find his teammate making a run. But that's it. He can then judge when to like step forward to pressure in the final thirds. And let's look at his strength. Like stuff like this here. Oh, okay, that's sick play. That's sick play. That's sick play. That's sick play. It's like I kind of see it as like a video game, right? Like, you know, when you play FIFA, like every touch is absolutely perfect to keep the gameplay on point. So like when he's doing little details like this, like, let me go back to that point. Look, one touch into space with his left foot, and then again another touch of that same left foot to just like boost into the space now and carry it up. These are great touches. Drives forwards, takes out 3. Of course, the guys like this, you know, they're too imposing. You don't want that physical battle. But at the same time, he's looking at his teammates in between the defense, and he's about to play the pass. And then he slows it down and plays with the outside of his right foot to make sure his teammate is on sides. Little details like that sum up why some players can play at a young age and why others are still in their academies, right? Oh, good defending there on the counter, wins that. And this is what I mean by how he uses his body. He uses his body and frame to win that ball then. And I say this because like when I see a lot of like youngers in midfield, a lot of times they can be too susceptible to want to tackle with their feet. And it's just like they make the wrong mistakes all the time. They'll put you under pressure with like a silly free kick or foul, because it's like, listen, use your body instead to win that ball. And that's what Ugo's all about, man. Like what, 17 years old, brushing off grown men. Got the switch of play in his game too. One touch left foot, other touch, ball over the top to find that Drew foot on the left, I don't know. Nice little switch ball. And he's not like taking 10 touches to make a pass, right? He's not slow. Everything's like 1 touch, 2 touch. You got to play on that type of pace if you want to play for a big club, right? Anyway, nice slide tackle then to intercept. Wins that nice tackle, releases it to a teammate. And that's the type of zones there. Like, he's a left-footed player, which I think is, you know, it's like more of like a unique thing. I don't really know too many like left-footed DMs or midfield players on the top of my head right now. But I kind of feel like that creates more separation, I guess, in terms of like helping you find the angles to build up from the back. Good defending, good defending. Doesn't get sucked into the challenge. And that's him there. Nice little footwork to find his teammate. Seen a little bit of his times as a youth player. Of course, like when you're doing stuff like this, man, you're just communicating that it's too easy for you. The Mondo Ren were like, bro, we've got a talent here. I'll let you guys know that obviously for their academy, he'd play as a striker at times, then he plays more as like an attacking mid. And this is what I mean. You can see nice little skill with a half step over there. finish bottom corner. But like, you know why I like details like this? Because if you're like a DM or defensive mid or whatever, the top ones have to be able to play past the halfway line. A lot of these guys can't do it. A lot of these guys are only effective in their half, but when it comes to crossing, it ain't the same. So like when you have these types of guys you can convert to play in these deeper positions, to have like greater technical capacity, then I feel like it just makes top teams even better really, because you need to have that. Like imagine if Rodri didn't have any tech in the final thirds, didn't have no long shots or nothing, or couldn't carry the ball. Like we just saw how he carried his team up the field there. How many yards? Ball's glued to his feet. And let's look how he rides that challenge too. Like he can receive in them areas and carry, man. It's just a good like facet to have. Nice play. Rides that challenge again. The strength for his age too. Like the guy isn't even physically developed yet if you deep it. Like when he's like 22, 23, when he's filled out even more, when he's banging out gym, you know, his legs and calves are stronger, everything's stronger, ligaments stronger. Like you can see why man are thinking, okay, could this be like a Vieira regen or like a Yaya regen? Because come on, like not many players are blessed with that physicality and the tech to go with it. It's like a unicorn type of thing, really. But again, Ugo can play as that lone pivot as a DM in positions like this. Good composure. He's getting pressed. There was two guys on him then. But again, because he knows he can hold and firm a challenge here, it just gives him a bit more composure when it comes to finding the best passing solution. Anyway, nice little switch ball again. Nice touch again. Uses his body to block off the press. Receives on his right foot, second touch, hits into the space then. And look at the legs, man. That long, rangy, and the ball's constantly under control too. Like I can see why you're thinking, okay, like do we go for a guy like this over Onana because he's going to cost less money, he's going to be a lot more affordable, no Premier League tax, and it's just like we can develop him in-house to be the guy we need him to be. I feel like I can see why we're making the move. Reacting very quickly to get it secured. Nice play, tight control. Again, I'd say he's a very effective player. Like as he gets older, I feel like he can unleash hopefully his full potential, right? But right now, the effectiveness isn't like I'm not being negative when I'm saying that. You know, the effectiveness is that he'll do the right things at the right time. He doesn't play the simple, easy pass. He does the textbook thing he has to do. And this is why coaches trust these young guys from a young age and why they get these opportunities and pathways in the first team, because they're doing it to a higher level than their, counterparts around them. Again, the body in front. You know what? I was getting a bit worried with this new look team that we're beginning to look a bit weak. Like there's no physicality, barely anyone's past 6 foot. Like you need a bit of that in the Prem. Like when Guardiola came through, there's a reason why he invested heavily in monsters, bro. Invested heavily in monsters. If you're going to play against them, you've lost the game if you can't even compete physically, right? So again, this is the right type of like IQ signing to make. Yeah. Anyway, good defending then with the clearance. Revert back into the defensive position then. Can play the pass forwards. And again, I'm just watching how he defends the counter attacks. A lot of counters come out wide, right? I think so far under Pochettino, we have seen a few teams find some respectable bits of joy countering down the flanks. Like when they're cutting inside, I need a monster in there that's sweeping the ball up, winning it back aggressively and kick-starting another attack. And that's what Ugo's about. Again, long legs, is able to just win a few tackles maybe other players can't do. Good positioning to hold it then, wins that back. Still carrying, and is able to kind of put off the teammate a little bit. But again, nice first time pass to find the overlap. Nice switch ball again, which he's got in his locker. Like, again, we have to play a lot of switch balls with how we have the fullbacks making overlaps now. It's a very important part of our game. So it's good that you don't need like 3 seconds before he's released the ball. Like I hate when I see Slow decision making from mids. Obviously, I feel like when I make these videos, maybe some people might just see it too like positive as, oh, Nini's gassing him to be like, oh, he's gonna be like, you know, 5-star out of 5-star type of quality player. He's the next this, the next that. Listen, I'm trying to talk to you guys about the strengths of his game, right? But obviously, it wasn't like this guy had like 5 goals and 5 assists for Rennes last season. You know, he was starting games equally as well as coming off the bench equally. And I guess it's normal for your age. You know, you're still growing, you're still developing. It's not like linear at this age. But of course, it's got big potential. And I think now a move to us, better education and stuff, come on. It's the right move. Like when your guys doing stuff like this, that French tech as well, come on, man. And look how like smooth that was too. Bare control though. Bare control, but very, like, you know what I mean by the effective thing I say about this guy's game. But you can trust him to do make the effective solution in every part of the game. That's good for this age, I'm not gonna lie. Anyway, nice Ugo played. Listen, like, I remember when Pochettino had guys like Bentaleb that he was introducing at Spurs, and they were still able to challenge, but we're giving this guy a better, stronger, higher quality potential player to work with now. And I think Ugochukwu, I would take that right now, if I'm being fair with you. Obviously, some reports that he could go on to Strasbourg. I mean, come on, you're a Strasbourg fan. I want to see the reaction from Strasbourg fans now. You weren't expecting this type of source to be coming to your team, but now it's happening. But still, I think he could work with us. Him, Andre, Enzo, Caicedo, and Gallagher. I think that's a good midfield 5, man. I think that's decent. And with the physicality, he can hold himself. Like the French league, Ligue 1, it's not like some flimsy league. Like people press, people tackle. Like you don't have like tons and tons of space and time on the ball. So the fact that he's demonstrated this from when he was 17, I mean, the guy has some big games too against Paris Saint-Germain, big game player. There's a lot of potential behind this kid. So my friends, on that note, I'm going to wrap things up, keep things moving, and I hope you guys enjoy the reaction. How do you feel after seeing a bit of like insight now behind Ugochukwu and his game? Let us know below. And my friends, I'm Nini FC. This is BlueLionsTV. I'll catch you guys later with some more videos. Cool.